What's good, it's poppin' YouTube channel. We back in our reaction video. We got I'm Kevin with Dandadan is Still Wild. I'm letting the episodes build up. I guess this kind of defeats the purpose, but you know, it's watching somebody break it down and then watching the actual episodes. It's like two different things. You get two different feels. But I'm letting the episodes build up. I'm gonna watch it tonight. That's why I'm really doing it. Because I've been seeing a little, yeah, it be looking crazy. But, you know, imagine. But with that being said, though, my boy channel gonna be linked down below along the original video. Make sure you show us some love. Hit the sub button, all that good stuff. You know, we gotta hit the lights. And you know, we gotta make it full screen. I don't know how many episodes actually came out so far, though. Has it been one? I think it's been 2 or 1 that came out. I'm trying to wait. I want to let it stack go to like 4. And then watch it. But you know, indecisive. Y'all know me, I'm mad indecisive. So with that being said, let's get right into it.
What is that melody?
That melody. Hold on.
They really went 2 for 2 with the openings. Got another banger for the books. But yeah, dandadan season 2. You always gotta check out at least the first episode. And not gonna lie, y'all might get weekly Kev back. Haven't done that since the JJK days, but alongside dandadan are like 4 other shows dropping all in July.
God, Rise of the Shield Heroes.
Before we get into season 2, quick little recap of how we got here in the first place.
And Dress Up Darling.
So after the whole battle when the school was over, this guy named Gigi pulled up to their house, and turns out him and Momo were childhood friends. But Saiko just wanted to be messy because she was like, yeah, that's also Momo's first crush.
Right, she ain't had no reason to say that.
Did you hear me, Okarun? I said that's her first
look at
crush. Like she liked him a lot. And if I was Okarun, I'd be mad too. Nobody was on the court before. He can take as many shots as he wants and still get the ball back. But now that this guy's in the picture, he gotta play defense. But real quick, Ira got that shit on. Anytime I see a good fit, I gotta call it out. And I'm pretty sure I said this last time, but I'd rather see an MC with a different fit every day than wear the same thing over and over. But the reason Gigi's here is because he thinks his house is haunted. His parents even hired 5 spirit mediums, but 3 of them ended up killing themselves. And the other people he contacted all told him that Saiko is the only person who can help. But unlucky for him, Saiko is a normal grandma outside the city. She can't use her powers anywhere else, so she told Momo to take care of it. So they arrived, and low-key, Okarun might be the best dressed right now. Usually it's Momo. He's stepping his game up. But yeah, she looked around, found nothing. So she said she's going to the hot spring.
Hot springs, bitches! Yeah!
But wait!
Stupid.
And that brings us back here. And as much as I like the show, they're always on some shit. We had the 3 freaked out Mr. Beans in the first episode.
Now we got the freaked out alligator.
Now it's honestly, this is just straight up 5 PDF files. There's no joking your way out of this. Not gonna lie, some of these authors need their computers checked.
Yeah.
Him.
Because if you think dandadan is bad, watch something like Mushoku Tensei. The MC in that show is a weirdo. More than a weirdo, actually. He's a 40-year-old man in a 16-year-old body. That whole isekai thing, right? But he's attracted to, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that nigga got ED because of a... Never mind, bro. That's a combo for a whole nother day.
Hold on. I tell folks I'm recording, and they just say, fuck what I'm doing. Anyway, let's get right back into it.
Because of a... Never mind, bro. That's a convo for a whole nother day. Point is, that show makes dandadan look tame. So she just ends up exploding the pipe system or something like that, and then the whole building came crashing down. Shout out to Turbo Granny with the assist. So then Momo asked her if she felt anything weird inside the house, and she said, oh, absolutely. Something's wrong with that house. The walls, the floors, every inch of it is soaked in blood. And then we see that Okarun and Gigi found his hidden room in the house.
Holy crap, a secret room! Should we check it out?
Hell no. Are you crazy? Oh, I just thought we should see if the ghost was there, and then what?
Come on now.
You're gonna politely ask it to leave? You don't have powers. I ain't going in there with you.
Exactly.
Momo, you won't believe...
Yeah, that's definitely not Momo. And they're eating up a feast. I hope y'all brought this from your own house. And turns out this family runs the town. So they're letting Gigi live here for free since his parents aren't doing well. But even so, that don't mean you can eat my groceries. It isn't cheap out here anymore. Literally. But they was like, hey, next time you leave, you better tell us before you go. Huh? And that boy better not be another medium you brought to this house. And don't go lying to me, boy. It would be such a shame if I was, you know, hunting. Yo. And for some reason, a boy jumped in my line of sight. It will be such a tragedy. Now, first of all, where were you hiding that 12 gauge? Yeah, they gave us multiple angles of you and there was no shotgun in sight. What, you had it under the cushions? And then this officer walked in and no surprise, they got him on payroll. Said not a word about the boy getting held at gunpoint, and to make it worse, he got these PDF files out of jail. Ain't no way. So he walks up on Gigi and was like, so who's this? Your friend? If you're really his friend, then what's his favorite soccer team? You asked the easiest question possible. It's whatever team LeBron is on.
Facts. I'm a he at LeBron James. LeBron James.
Now, if he would have asked what his birthday is, I would have been doomed. I've known some of my homeboys for like 8 years and still don't know their birthday. I know the month, but the day, hell no. I rely on IG notes. They might say something on there about it. IG stories. Sometimes they might repost when someone else told them happy birthday. And I'm like, oh shit, it's their birthday. Or we might just go the whole year without saying it at all. Maybe we'll remember next time. But yeah, Okarun knew what it was because they had a poster on the wall. Then the lady asked where Momo was at. And he had the nerve to say, what girl? You serious? Come on, bro. As if he didn't open the door and yell her name right in her face. Could have came up with a better lie than that. And speaking of Momo, she pulled up to the Shukanoko shrine. What? Pulled up to the shrine out of pure interest. Realized it was a scam when this guy tells her that people here used to worship a giant snake. They believed it lived in a volcano and whenever it was hungry, it caused eruptions. So the villagers decided that in order to save most, some needed to be sacrificed. So they offered one of their children. And apparently ever since that, there was no more eruptions. Praying to it seemed to be enough. So she heads back to the crib.
I'm home. You see any gold?
Imagine getting home and seeing this. What could y'all have possibly been doing? And whatever it was, did it require stripping down to your cloth? No! And I swear, Momo loves this kick right here. Felt like I seen her do it like 4 times now, but this guy runs and grabs the head, brings him in, busted the nostrils, and not gonna lie, they need to take Adam Eve's powers and give it to Momo because there's no reason for them to be pulling off the same moves. Momo has unironically been way more creative with her powers than Eve has with hers. And she can't even do half the shit Eve can with hers. I promise, give it to Momo and she'll make better use of it. Anyway,
she'll be cooking.
Nigga, wow. Now he done lost the plot. He forgot his whole reason he was here, but look at that spinning hook kick. Then she gets swung over, blocks the gut punch, grabbed the table.
Momo moving.
But she ain't done. Yeah, you're not having kids. Then this one comes up, connects a mean headbutt, but Turbo Granny pops up, and I guess that scared him enough to bust his ass slipping on the bottom. Then the top Granny runs in with a double kick, grabs the couch, and Momo must be naturally gifted because how the she blocks the first hit, turns her body blocking the follow-up. Lady throws like 3 punches, Momo slips the first kick, weaves the second. Like her defense is actually crazy. When did she learn how to do this? She may have got sent flying, but she ate all of that. But this is when we find out what's really going on with this village. The volcano eruptions didn't stop because of the prayers. It stopped because of them. The Keto family has been making offerings to that giant snake for the last 200 years. This house is directly over the altar, so over the years, they've been constantly building new houses over this spot, making it their mission to invite people to live here so they can sacrifice them. And that's what most likely happened to Gigi's parents. He thinks they're sick at a hospital, but in reality, they're in a snake's digestive system. So they try setting Momo down. She pulls herself up, but they're guarding the rim crazy. That's gotta be goaltending. Luckily, the guys woke up, but they all just ended up falling in. Yeah, this one for sure didn't make it. Fell directly on the edge, all neck too. And if he did survive, don't expect to be walking anytime soon. But we see that Gigi's holding on for his life.
I was like, Momo, grab him. Now, Momo, you know you sorry for that.
Almost turned out like someone else I know. But
yeah.
he just happened to fall directly on that thing, because that's definitely not a snake. That's when Momo found out this whole conspiracy about the snake and the volcano and the sacrifices were all fake. Y'all was just feeding a giant earthworm the last 200 years. They started doing some dance just to get ate. So they ran hide in this house when all of a sudden something's wrong with Momo and Okarun, and now he can't control his power, and Gigi, honestly, he might be fine. The last time we saw Okarun out of control, he was chomping on shaboing boings. At the very least, he'll survive. But yeah, that's the first episode. I plan on doing episode 2, but if it ends on a cliffhanger, I might just have to wait till episode 3. But yeah, I think that show Gotcha that drops on Saturday, so we might check that out too. Also, I didn't forget about Lord of Mysteries. That's going to drop.
That too. I gotta watch Lord of Mysteries. And I got the episode of Gotcha like lined up for me to watch. But yo, what the fuck is going on in dandadan? Why Momo got hands though? Why Momo was really banging out with Granny? Momo, I dropped y'all, I'm sorry. Momo was really banging out with Gran. Oh my god. Hey, I just gotta watch the episode. I gotta catch everything in full effect. But with that being said, my boy Kevin channel gonna be linked down below along the version of the video. Make sure you hit the sub button, all that good stuff. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.